Hello and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. My name is Betty Johnson. I'll be your host for today, which is Monday, the 17th of September. We're halfway through the month of September already. It's a rather rainy Monday. We've got a great show coming up for you today. We're going to be going out and about in the community to the day-by-day senior daycare center, or I should say day-by-day, yes, it's senior daycare, adult daycare center, with Brenda Haugen and Margie Gardner and Pleskonko. And also the second half of our show, we'll be talking with a couple of members from Ducks Unlimited. We do want to thank you for joining us today. We're probably catching us either on Charter, Channel 8, and I know a lot of you people do go out there on the web. We can be found at blittv.com as well as YouTube. And I do want to mention YouTube. There's a lot of us out there to YouTube. If you want to find a particular show, just enter the date or the name of the host, myself, Betty Johnson, or Shelley Whitehead, and that'll bring up a particular show that you may want to see. Also, we're on Facebook, and we do want to remind you that if you push that little button that likes us, you will get notification from Leanne as when a new show has been uploaded, so you can keep up to date with us. Also, we want to thank our great sponsors. Otherwise, we would not be having the show without them. And you'll see their names scrolling around the bottom of the screen throughout the show. If you're in there, thank them for us, will you? And say, thank you for bringing the Owatonna Today Show. Or if you would like to make a contribution, or if you have something that you would like to address to Leanne, or you have an idea for a guest, you can contact us via email at owatonnatodayshow@charter.net, or you can phone Leanne at 390-5751. When we come back, we're going to head on out to the Day-by-Day Adult Daycare Center right after these words from some of our great sponsors. So stay with us, please.
Hello, I'm Shawn McNulty with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House in Clarebridge, and we're a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now, I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltfett of Horizon Eye Care Professionals. Eye care you can trust. We're proud supporters of Owatonna Today.
We are out here at SeniorPlace, and there is a brand new business that is running out of SeniorPlace. You may not have heard about it. It is an adult daycare. That's right. There's daycare now in Owatonna for adults. And we are speaking with the two co-owners and co-directors, and your name is?
Margie Gardner. I'm a registered nurse and director of Day-by-Day Adult Daycare.
And you are?
Brenda Haugen. I'm a CNA Home Health, TMA, and co-director of Day by Day.
Boy, that's quite a mouthful. Now, Margie, how did all this come about? How did this get started?
Well, it's been a vision of mine for quite some time, and Brenda and I have been friends for many years. So we wanted to start a business together. I actually approached Ann about it almost 2 years ago. And we discussed it and decided it would be a good move, and we brought it up to the senior board. And they also thought it was a good move to move forward, so then we moved forward with it. I just felt there was a need in the community. I see a lot of folks that do stay home that are home and being cared for by home care providers, but they don't seem to get out and socialize, and I feel that's a huge component of life. So I thought there was a need for it, and SeniorPlace we just collaborated together to make that need what is today. So I'm very proud of that.
Now, why don't you tell us also, how does someone go about, well, first of all, we should probably say, what is it you provide? What are some of the services and the things that they can expect when they sign up to be a part of your adult daycare?
Sure. Brenda, do you want to?
Basically, what we provide is activities and socialization throughout the day. Okay. They come in the morning and we have juice. We usually do conversation, discuss the papers, all the things going on. We do walks. We do an exercise class that was actually put together by one of the physical therapists here in town. So they do exercise. We use the Senkac meals. Also in the afternoon, if they need to rest, we do have, in the office here, we have several resting places. And we just keep puzzles, crossword puzzles, working, just keeping them busy all day.
What about the other members of SeniorPlace? Are they included with them? They do activities with them, or are they kind of separate?
Nope, we do it with them. Actually, some of the ladies around here have actually taken us on the Wii bowling.
Oh.
So, yeah, we can't seem to win them, but we're working on it. But, so no, a lot of the seniors here at the SeniorPlace are very open to this and are very helpful for us.
Now, how does one go about getting their loved one signed up to be a member of the adult daycare?
Sure, they can just give us a call here at SeniorPlace. We also do have our cell phones that they can get we're available anytime to notify us, and then we would go out and do an assessment. We can do an assessment in their home, or they can meet us here at SeniorPlace. And during that time, we make sure that they're appropriate for the daycare, and we also find out what their needs are, and we go over a pretty detailed format. It takes about an hour, hour and a half. And from there, we sign our care plan, so we know what they want to, what they like and what they don't like, what they will participate in, what they won't. I was going to add board games to that. When Brenda was talking, I kind of said board games, but we want to find out. Maybe someone doesn't like board games and they like puzzles. So those are the things we do with our initial assessment and make sure that they're in good health. That's also a part of my priority, is to make sure that they're healthy enough to come and participate. And then from there, part of our criteria is they have to be registered members here at SeniorPlace. So they sign up at the time if they're not, which is good for SeniorPlace here. And then we just go from there and we figure out a schedule when they're going to come.
Now, they do not have to have mobility. They can be in a wheelchair and have some other disabilities as well. You're equipped to handle all of that?
Correct. We are equipped to handle folks in wheelchairs. And as far as that goes, that's what we'll do with our initial assessment. We don't provide bathing here. We can do some dressing. We can do medication management. So there are some limited health resources we can do here, but for the most part, we can meet daily activities of daily living, which is called ADLs. So.
Plus, you've probably seen that when people are out in the public around others more, participating in things, it brightens their day, and that helps with their overall general well-being, I believe, doesn't it?
Correct.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Now, is there some restrictions that you have so that they really, not just anybody can walk in off the street? You have to have the assessment, and there are some restrictions that you have as well, is it not? A certain number of people you can only take?
Correct. We do follow the rule for adult daycare, and because we are licensed through the state of Minnesota, we follow that very well. And with that, we do have to make sure the vulnerable adult piece is a huge component of that. And we have to make sure that they're safe to be around other vulnerable adults. So we do that assessment upon our initial assessment to make sure that they're not in danger to themselves or in danger to other folks. So we do have some criteria that we do have to meet as far as that goes. And just if they don't like it, the daycare, there may be folks just like kids that don't like to come to daycare, and if they don't, we can't force people to participate if they don't want to. So that might be another issue why they wouldn't come.
Right. Now, Brenda, you're a registered nurse.
Correct.
And Brenda, but what's your background?
I was a housing manager in a memory care facility.
Okay.
And I was a physician's assistant for years. I worked in the hospital pharmacy. I have always been in home care and hospice. I did that for several years. Always been in the background of healthcare and memory issues.
And now you're both co-directors.
Yes, that's awesome.
Now, this also, Anne, it's got to be quite a help at SeniorPlace. I mean, it just expands what SeniorPlace can offer.
It's a great opportunity to let the community know that we've got programs for people that don't want to sit at home and just watch television all day while their loved one. I used to do respite in Rice County, and I remember many people that would actually leave the person sitting in the chair saying, I'll be back in 5 minutes, or I have to go get groceries and get the prescriptions. And then they'd rush into town and they'd rush back, and hopefully that the person still stayed in the chair. Well, sometimes they might have come out and they might have broken a hip or whatnot. It's a great opportunity for them to come to SeniorPlace, see friends they haven't seen maybe for a while, get stimulation. I wish this program would have been around when Dad was able to be a part of it, and that would have been about 3 years ago. He could have spent 4 hours here. Mom could have gotten her groceries and her hair done and gotten out to lunch with friends and just maybe taken a nap, because caregiving at 24/7 is really hard.
It is. Especially, and people who are caring for their parents. You know, if you have a spouse that you care for, but parents, and if you're still working as well,
yes, and
that
maybe,
really helps.
And maybe not living in state. You might not even be in the town that your parent needs to be taken care of. So it's a great, it's a win-win for the community.
So I'm just going to throw something out as speculation. This catches on, and you have a boom, and many, many people want to take part. Is there a way to expand here?
Well, actually, we need to be able to expand, we'd have to get the building sprinkled. And so right now they are just able to be on the first floor. If we can get grants, or if anyone out there would like to donate some money to the sprinkling program, we could also have the building utilize the whole way through.
So, and you just opened, when did you open your doors?
July 16th of this year.
And how many do you have participating so far?
Five people already, so it's great.
Now, you get more people, is there a certain number of people per person, so will you probably need some more people to handle if you get like 10 or 12?
Yes, it's 1 to 6.
Okay.
So 1 worker to 6 residents.
So if it expands, then you're going to need some more employees as well, won't you?
That would be a good problem.
Yeah, and I can foresee that happening very readily, because there is a definite need in the city of Owatonna for adult daycare, and it is surprising it didn't come a little sooner. So now we have just a short time left. Is there something that you'd like to cover that we haven't mentioned so far?
I'd just like to mention also it's to come whenever you need. Once we've done the assessment, you don't have to commit to so many hours. If you have a meeting, you're welcome here 2 hours a day. You're welcome here 10 hours a day. So it's whatever the need for the caregiver is.
So can they, once they're being assessed, can they just use it as drop-ins, like we're assessed, we can come and we drop in for 2 hours a day, and then maybe not for 2 or 3 weeks, maybe another couple of hours?
Yes, just to let us know ahead of time. Yes, they sure can.
Because they would also need, SimCap would also need to know for meals as well, too.
Well, we would have to know for staffing as well.
Yeah.
That would
Now, once again, their contact information, if they want to get some information?
Sure, you can visit our website. We do have a website. It's www.daybydayadc.com. You can call us anytime. Our phone numbers are, I have to look that up.
Or they can call SeniorPlace.
Exactly, SeniorPlace.
The easiest thing.
That would probably be the easiest.
Thank you very much for being with us today.
Thanks for coming.
Yes.
Thank you.
And this is adult daycare at SeniorPlace.
I'm Diane Wilson of Profinian Financial, the bank that helps you achieve your financial dreams. Profinian Financial is proud to be a supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Rick Smith, Golf Course Superintendent of the Brooktree Golf Course. Brooktree is an 18-hole championship golf course featuring well-manicured greens, tees, and fairways. We are open to the public. I challenge you to find a better maintained golf course for the money we charge here at Brooktree. Come on out and play Brooktree, a great golf course.
Mayo Clinic Health System in Owatonna invites you to the 10th Annual Women's Health Day. Celebrate the woman within. Saturday, October 13th from 7:45 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Holiday Inn and Suites. Listen to Dr. Matthew Camp, plastic surgeon, on the Total You. Learn from Ashley Noble about healthy diets throughout a woman's life. Wrap up with Renee Rongen, motivational speaker, and learn about the fundamentals of a female. Tickets are $5 each and will be on sale starting September 10th at the clinic on 26th Street. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants. where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Glenn Mager.
And I'm Tim Thomas of the Brick Mager Funeral Home, and we're proud to serve the Medford and Owatonna areas with cremation and traditional funeral services.
And we're proud to be a part of the Owatonna Today Show.
We are back. We do also want to mention, stay with us throughout the end of the show today. We're going to be having a drawing for the last Renaissance tickets. The Renaissance Festival goes on 2 more weeks, and our guests are going to be drawing for those. So if you've entered, you're going to want to know if you are the winner of those Renaissance tickets. We now have as guests from Ducks Unlimited, we have Bob Hoen and Darren Roemhildt. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Nice to have you along. Things are going to be going on at Ducks Unlimited, but first, in case somebody's just joined us and is unfamiliar with Ducks Unlimited, why don't you tell us a little bit about what the organization involves?
Okay, Ducks Unlimited began back in 1937 in the Dust Bowl years, about 75 years ago. And at that time, a group of sportsmen concerned about the low duck populations at that time decided to try to do something to help the duck populations out. Their vision was to have wetlands sufficient to fill the skies with ducks today, tomorrow, and forever. And their plan of attack for achieving this vision was to go after wetlands, to improve the wetlands. And knowing that ducks are a migratory bird, they focus their efforts all the way through North America, from the breeding grounds up in Canada, down through northern United States, through to the wintering area down in southern United States and Mexico. So
Do
wetlands.
they also include trying to have some preserves for them as well? They initiate that?
Yeah, it's pretty much conserving the habitat first, and mainly the wetlands and area grasses, so that they have some nesting cover. But, and I guess through the years though, they've been very successful in conserving these acres. To date, in the 75 years, they've got 12.5 million acres conserved, with an additional 96 million acres influenced by ducks and loon.
96 million?
96 million.
I'd say they've been very successful over the years.
Yeah, yep. So
Now, how long has this organization been in Owatonna?
we were talking about that earlier before the show, and I think back in the 70s is when it started, sometime back then. But one of the lower numbers of Ducks Unlimited committee members were Minnesota 5, so it's like the 5th chapter, I think, in the state.
Oh, okay.
So it's been around for quite a while. So.
Now, what here in Owatonna specifically do you do, and do you have, besides, having fundraisers and that, what do you do right here in Owatonna?
We've got 2 other things, and we try to involve the youngsters. We call them Green Wings.
Green Wings.
Green Wings, yep. Each spring, well, actually in usually February, we meet out at Rice Lake State Park, and we maintain about 100 duck houses out there.
Oh, really?
And
okay.
So we've been doing that since about 99 or so.
So they're ducks that stay around in the wintertime?
No, we just go through the wood duck boxes.
Okay, and get them ready?
It's a good time to clean them out, get all the squirrels out and the raccoons.
Oh, yes.
Put the nesting material in and get it ready for the spring. So.
Yeah, that's a good place for the winter for a squirrel. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right. Yeah.
One other thing we do is usually in the spring, May or June, we have a stretch of highway south of Hope that we do the highway cleanup on.
Okay.
So we'll get together on a night or 2 and clean that up as well. So.
Now, how many are in your organization?
Nationwide, there's about 745,000 across that nation through the continent. But locally here in our chapter, we've got somewhere between usually 200 or so.
Wow, that's a large number. Now, you have coming up one of your major fundraisers, do you not?
We do,
Yeah, our major fundraiser is a banquet we put on every fall, and it's typically the first Thursday before the start of the duck hunting season, although the duck hunting season continues to fluctuate and move, and this year it actually starts this coming Saturday, but our fundraiser is always typically the last Thursday in September. So our fundraiser is going to be this year on the 27th, a week after duck hunting has already really started.
Okay, and where are you having the fundraiser
It's
at?
going to be at the Eagles Club here in Owatonna. The doors open at 5:30. We try to wrap things up around 9 o'clock because a lot of kids come with their parents. And
Good
so
idea.
we get in there, we do our raffles. We have a buffet, a burger and brat buffet. Tickets are $40. That includes your membership. Couples are $55. We call them green wings, which are kids 17 and under are $20. And we've got raffles and door prizes and some silent auction items to bid on. And we call it a sportsman's night out because it's not necessarily just for duck hunters. It's for people who enjoy the outdoors, camping, fishing, duck hunting, deer hunting, pheasant hunting, any of those.
Wildlife sportsmen.
Exactly,
Perfect.
exactly. Because we found that, you know, somebody who likes fishing might also like to duck hunt or
Right.
vice versa. And we didn't want to just curtail our audience just to duck hunters because we all drink water, and duck hunting is, Ducks Unlimited is about water conservation. And so we try to influence as many of those people as possible. We get a lot of people there that don't want decoys, you know, but they'll want a fishing rod. So
That's right.
so it makes it fun, and that everybody can find something that they'd like to purchase a raffle ticket for and to contribute.
So where can they get their tickets?
Well, they can get their tickets by contacting Bob Hain, and we'll give you the information here that they'll screen across the bottom of the screen. They can also go to ducks.org and look for there's an icon there that'll say find your local your local banquet and put in Owatonna, and they'll be able to find us that way and purchase tickets online as well. We've got tickets that are available online. Or they can stop down at my office. I have Virtue Chiropractic right in the heart of Owatonna, and they can swing in, and I've got tickets there. So, or they can buy them at the door.
At the door.
We'd rather not do that because we need to know the amount of people that we have. But if it's a last minute, we'd rather still get them in the door. So, and if they do come and they have camouflage, their price of the ticket not only gets them into the banquet and a meal, but it also, if they're wearing camouflage, also gets them a drawing for a free gun that we're gonna have.
That's right. Yep,
Almost like costume, huh?
Yep. So
what
everybody's going to have
are
the green.
some of the items that you will have up for auction and for?
Well, we're going to have prints. There's local artist Jim Killen has a big print.
And there's one down here. Leanne got a shot of it earlier, not of a turquoise Chevy.
Yep, that's a Chevy truck print that we do for a Chevy raffle. The winner of the raffle gets that print, but then also gets a chance for to win a Chevy truck. It's a statewide drawing at that point.
Statewide, okay.
There are also other local artists like we mentioned Jim Killen, but there's Van Gilder and there's Moss and there's a variety of people that are in the area that contribute a lot to Ducks Unlimited.
So you have prints. Do you have equipment of any kind?
Yes, there's going to be decoys. There's going to be camouflage. You name it. There's
Blinds.
Wine baskets, household things. Ducks Unlimited kind of branched into, cutlery sets and glasses and a variety of things too. And a lot of women attend the event, so there's usually some jewelry there, a variety of different things. So.
Well, you're really expanding, aren't you?
Exactly.
We have something for everybody, that's for sure.
For the green wings, another thing I want to mention too is SPX was a big donor this year, and they donated some really nice gun cases. Hard cases, so they're like a $40 gun case. Each green wing attendee, 17 or younger, gets one of those just for showing up. So nice benefit.
So you said 17 and under. What's the youngest? Is there a young age limit, or is
no age group?
Yeah.
When you're too young to learn conservation, actually, it's a good way to do it. And you said, like you said, families come.
Exactly.
It's a good way to do it.
It's a family event. Definitely.
Okay, we have just a little bit of time remaining. Is there something that we haven't covered you want to touch on before we leave?
I think we covered most
of it.
So once again, the banquet is coming up when?
Thursday, the 27th of September here at the Eagles Club. Doors open at 5:30.
Can they come a little bit earlier to look at some of the items, or when does you start serving?
We start setting up on Wednesday night before, and a lot of people just come down there and walk through a little bit, but usually it opens at 5 o'clock or so.
So you have a lot of baskets and a lot of raffles and a lot of live auctions, so sounds like a good time.
It is.
Plus, they're going to try to be done in time if you bring your son or daughter or all your kids along, so they can get home and get to bed before school. It's a school night. So,
done early.
Gentlemen, I hope you will stick around with us so we can draw for the Renaissance tickets.
Sure will.
We'll be ready to draw.
Thank you for being a guest here today. On the other side of the break, we're going to come back and draw for those Renaissance tickets, so please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Jake with Napa Auto Parts.
Napa has the know-how for all your automotive needs.
Napa is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Jan Hansen, and I am at A+ So and Back, the fun place to be. We are proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
In 2011, United Way funded programs provided services to over 10,000 Owatonna residents. For the second consecutive year, the vast majority needed help to meet their most basic needs: food, clothing, housing, and safety. United Way of Steele County is able to sustain a safety net of direct services, prepare our children for the future, and provide seniors with support to age in place due to the generosity of our community. Please make a donation to United Way again this year. Our neighbors are counting on us, and we are counting on you.
We are back. Thank you for staying with us. We're going to draw now for the Renaissance tickets as promised. Just a couple weeks left. And Bob, if you want to do the honors and draw our first name. Many people who went to Facebook and registered. And who we have? Joshua Keel.
Yep, Josh Keel.
K-E-I-L. I hope it's pronounced Keel. Okay, and Darren?
This will be just like Thursday at our banquet.
It will be.
Yeah, drawing names.
A little prelude
Okay,
here.
that looks like a little longer name.
Diane Simmons Brewer.
Diane Siemens Brewer. Okay, Diane. Is it Diane or Diana? Let's see. Diane Siemens Brewer and Joshua Keel. You each are recipients of a pair of Renaissance tickets, and Leanne will be in touch with you regarding
Via
those.
Facebook.
And on Facebook, okay. And do we have some time for some announcements?
We do.
Leanne, okay, we do have one quick announcement here we want to pass along, that Steele County is pleased to join the Coast to Coast prescription card program. The Coast to Coast prescription cards allow all county residents, regardless of income, age, or health status, to participate in the program and save on the cost of their medication. Program has saved cardholders throughout the nation an average of 60% in 2012. The providing savings for residents through the program will come at no expense to the county. In fact, the Coast to Coast program will pay the county a royalty of about $1.25 per prescription. Coast to Coast card will be available for residents at most participating pharmacies, governmental offices, libraries, county health facilities. Residents will also be able to print the prescription cards and view the nearest participating locations at www.coasttocoastrx.com. So we hope you'll check that out. And that's going to do it for our Monday edition of the Owatonna Today Show. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. I'm Betty Johnson. This is the Owatonna Today Show.